and welcome to Vectors and Pixels. My name is Jeff Perryman, and this is What the Art? Tuesday. Jumping in right here with the piece of work, I kind of cheated. I normally scan in a piece of art, lay it down, draw something. You guys can watch me do it, but you never get very far, so kept peeking at this guy and peeking at this guy and peeking at this guy, and he originally was just a sketch I found I kind of liked the look of, but needed some love. So I brought him in and started playing around with him, added some color to him. No shading or anything. I don't even know what he's going to do. I'm trying to work out the wheel down here. Instead of legs, I thought it'd be kind of cool to put him on kind of a wheel, unicycle kind of situation. Don't even know what he's going to be doing. I do know he's going to have a name badge. His name's going to be Phil, but it's going to be written in some kind of gobbledygook, which is actually a font I own called Gobbledygook by Nate Pecos. Really amazing artist in his own right, and actually is a professional comic book letterer. And he creates all kinds of wonderful fonts and things. You should check him out on blambot.com. He's got some amazing stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm playing around with this guy. I kind of wanted to play with the helmet. The helmet is made up of a couple of layers. We have the helmet in front, and then I have this lighter version of the helmet just to kind of make the head feel a little more encapsulated. It may or may not be doing the job, so I might just work with that for the moment. Just kind of play around with it. But anyway, how are you guys doing today? Hello, viewer. Hope you're doing well. We're just jumping right into it today. No reason for pomp and circumstance. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I'm going to flip over to multi-stream. I think we get our Facebook stuff over here as well. If not, I'll just flip back. Oh, nope, it's Sam. Good morning. Ooh, someone's had coffee. Oh, and there's a Lori. Hello, Art Away. Good sir. Thank you both very, very much. Two of my strongest supporters right there. Oh, goodness. Yep, I'm just jumping into it, not really worrying about pomp or circumstance. Let's see. Whoop. Not what I wanted. There we go. There's what I wanted. I want to play around with this gradient a little bit. I don't like the colors involved. How is everybody today? I hope well. Let's push this into the purple. I'll look at what I want to do here. It's blue. I kind of want to push it into the purple. That's not what I had in mind. Let's go back over to here. I'm good as can be expected. Understood, my friend. Understood. Do I have two? Yes, I have two. Let's make that go away. Okay, that was the purple I wanted. All right. Wait, do I have more than one? Okay. Whoop. Let's try that again. Let's push this more into the purples. Just because I want to play with it, and then we're going to push the. That's interesting. Let's push this down here as well. Kind of restricts the gradient a little bit when I do that. Pull this back into the blues because I want that to fade. Also need, whoa, don't need that. Need that. Let's see how that works. Let's get rid of, this is a template. This is a reference. Oh, I like the purple added there to that. All right, I think we're gonna go with that. Just doing my thing. And I think we're going to take this dude's head, see what kind of stuff I can get up to here. Let's push this a little bit. And we'll take and we'll grab. See what we can do here. I don't know why my aliens always have these bags underneath their eyes, like they're worried. They have the least to worry about. But here they are. And I'm exploring more of my sci-fi world right now, as much as my medieval fantasy world, just so I don't get to visit it that much. Nefarious plans are exhausting. Yes, they are. Especially when you're an alien trying to take over the world. No one really appreciates the work you put into it. I mean, you plot and you scheme. I mean, just trying to come up with creative ways to enslave humanity. That's just, it is exhausting. No one truly understands. All right, I want saturation levels. Let's go down to here. And more red in that. There we go. 2 feet colors. That works. And then I'm going to steal something from the helmet. Let's open this up. I'm going to steal that. And we're going to turn the head into a brush so I can do all kinds of things to it. And not worry about cluttering the main feed here. So this is the head. And we're going to insert a layer. And then we're just going to take this thing, which is way too big, and scale it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of shine to these eyes. I'm going to do some other things to them as well, but when you got 3 eyes, you kind of got to show them off a little bit, so. There we go. Just, it's very subtle, but it's there. And then let's actually take the, oops. Control C, get rid of them. And insert, and we're going to put them back into place. We're going to go ahead and fix this issue here. Whoa, no, work with me. There we go. Then we have those, and then we have the shinies. Like I said, watching me draw this stuff sometimes it's like watching paint dry, but hey, hopefully it's inspiring and entertaining. Alright, we're going to lock that, we're going to lock that, we're going to work with the pupils. I learned a neat little trick when I was doing this for just straight black and white. Found that I can, well, one, we need to use a much smaller, do this kind of interesting highlight thing. And I really liked how it came out. not done yet. That's not the trick. I'm gonna just lay these things out first. And we'll put them in their proper groove. Drop that one in there. It's kind of a fun little lighting trick that I'm going to do, and then we're going to turn this off. Get a little circle. We're just going to, of course, that's not quite the way I want it. Maneuver this into place. Put another one right there. So he's got kind of an an exclamation mark in his eyeball. I'm gonna go ahead and borrow this. Oops, missed. There we go. Gonna put it over here. Borrow it again and put it over. Oops, I said borrow it again and put it over here. Oh, apparently I borrowed it too much. Using the wrong button. Oops. Wrong buttons. Why do we even have those buttons? That's how old that line is. It's gotta be said with an old man voice. Still classic. Alright. And we're just gonna get white. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. I want that through there. Touch, touch, touch. Why is he drawing those lines like that? So I can get rid of them. What? You're drawing all those lines so you can get rid of them? Yep, because if I connect them all, in theory, they all go away at once. Back out, and he's got highlights. Isn't that a cool little, just a stupid little thing, but it's effective. I was always impressed by it. I just stumbled onto that by accident. It makes the eyes really, really shiny. And let's see, we've got this back eye here. So I'm going to open up a file. Let's see, open recent. I think open it recently. Called bubble buttons. And I call them bubble buttons because, well, they're bubbles. But what I want on this one, I'm going to borrow this, I think. And we're going to insert a layer. We're going to paste that. Oh yeah, it's going to be small. Whoa, not what I had in mind. Stop it. There we go. Let's kind of put that. Let's turn this off so I get a smooth rotation. But no judgment. Let's put this a little more round. Yeah, it's not quite the effect I want. Let's flip this a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. Squish this in here. is this set at? It is at 0. Alright. Let's make this harsh. And let's go ahead and lighten that a little bit. That is not working the way I want it. I think it has more to do with the fade here. So maybe not every idea works. So we're just going to get rid of this one. And what I'll do is I'll make my adjustments on the actual eyeball. Get more of that. Because I just want a little more of that blue in there. Just a hint. Let's make sure the highlight's where I want it. Alright, yeah, just a hint more of the blue. That's all. So we have eyeballs. Let's see. What is this layer? If nothing's going to be selected. Oh. Okay, just want to make sure those are there. This one needs to be just a little more the shape. That's in good shape. That's a good shape. All right, just something subtle. Like I said, I think this guy's name's Phil. Why? I have no idea. Just he looks like a Phil to me. And let's see what we can do with this. I want to kind of draw in some texture, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. So we'll play with it. Let's get up. You know what? Let's do this the old-fashioned way. But we're going to cheat. We're going to create a layer so that we don't, if we mess it up, it's easy to fix. Get this color. Right now. I just want to see what the color looks like and worry about the sizes in a little bit. We're in the blue, and then we want this to be at least 3. Of course, it'll give it a nice hand-drawn feel. We'll see what kind of texture this. If it gives any improvements or makes it look a little less flat. And the nice thing is by doing it this way, I can still throw in a gradient behind. But today, we're just playing around. I hope today finds everyone well. Alrighty, that's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I always like telling that story of drawing a good line. So I'm trying to draw good lines. grab this, kind of tweak it a little bit, gives it a little more life to lines. I like that part. And let's zoom out here. I do kind of like the texture it gives him, so we might keep that. What we are going to do, we're going to create a gradient. Still working on what I want the face to look like, getting some ideas, but not 100% sure on everything. This guy literally is a doodle. I had a pile of sketchbooks and papers. I mean, and this is not an exaggeration. And I found this sketch in there. I was like, that's interesting. I'm interested in my little sci-fi characters, so decided to work on him, and I've been noodling him for a day or so. And I don't know who he is or what he's doing. So maybe today we can come up with what that is. Let's do a radial gradient because I like those. Let's do everybody at 100%. 100%, thank you. Going to start with that color right there, a cosmic walrus. Very small tusks. Cosmic walrus. Well, what's his job? You know, I kind of was thinking I got him in his janitorial kind of look. That may not necessarily be his job. Let's grab this purple here. We don't want it to be the same color as the outline color, so we're going to probably push it a little more into the blue and bring it up a couple of shades. It's a very subtle gradient here, but it's what we do. All right. So let's grab, I don't know if this is the way I want this to work, but we're going to find out. Only one way to find out is to do it. Let's turn that off. Whoop. And that's interesting. I mean, I lose some of my line work, but that's easy enough to fix. So I do is grab some of that line work. Grab this color right here. Push it down just a hair. There we go. Meep, meep, meep. Kind of has that meep, meep. Originally I had one tusk. I'm not sure if I want to do him with two or one. I like the idea of the symmetry, so that's what I've got going on here. Let's push his skin tones, because this is the only skin tone I've got on him, is his head bone here. So let's see, let's pick that color. And I've been getting into crossfading into different colors that are complementary. And this is definitely a color that I don't work with a lot. Let's do radial. And I'm really enjoying working with it, with these kinds of colors. I think I'm going to push them into the greens. Kind of like that green. And let's push this. Let's just make it a lighter color. Although we could push it into the purples. Let's see. Let's take a look here. See what my options are. A little too purple, but maybe just a hint. Let's see how this looks. I'm sure I'm not going to like the overall effect, but I think it might be a direction to go. So let's make sure that's unlocked. Let's put the highlight there. Ooh, see? the subtle highlight. I like where that goes on him. Yeah. Now, wakes. We'll change some of this line, at least one of these lines. Let's change this line to be a little more that, but with a little more of that. All right. Maybe that's too much. Let's bring it up and push it back into the blue a little bit. There we go. Just a little more subtle this way. Yeah, I like that. We likes. In the original piece of art, he has lines drawn to represent his eyebrows. I kind of liked that, although I'm not sure what color these things need to be. And now that I see this color here, I think I want to do that. So, but we're going to do the dark end. So let's steal it from, whoops, no, stop it. There we go. Steal the dark end here. Let's play around with these a little bit. Figure I'd do a little more color work this week. Yeah, that's better. And honestly, let's take these here. Push them into the dark. And then should have still have this. I can still use this as my experimentation. Grab this color right here. Doing a 3. So originally I have texture in here. I think I'm going to continue echoing the texture where I have it in the original sketch and see if we can come up with a way to push the style. So far, so good. He's alien. I mean, really, how aquamarine is an alien? One will never know. At least not in my lifetime. Okay, everything else is locked because I don't want to grab stuff we've already done. So let's, there we go. The line weight there. All right. I think he's coming along just nicely. And on that note, it's time for coffee. Sliding all over the place. There we go. Nectars of the gods, vitamin C, cup of mud, cup of joe, the Jabba Jive, and other names. Definitely helps, especially on mornings like this. It's been rough. I hope everyone is doing very, very well out there. And this is the mandatory part of the video where I go, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, or you know somebody who would enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification for those of you who have such a thing. That way you'll be notified when I go live, and you'll be able to see whatever silliness I'm up to each and every week. I broadcast twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays is What the Art on Tuesday, followed by Workhorse Thursday. What the Art is I do whatever the heck I want. I'll draw whatever I want. It'll be random. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to draw until I actually hit the go live button. And I'm like, all right, now I got to figure it out. What the Art is definitely where I get to play around with stuff. Thursdays, though, is Workhorse Thursdays, and that is where I work on a very specific project. Right now, we are working on the ABCs of Adventure, which is a book that I'm hoping to have out by the end of next year, and having fun working on that. Right now, we're at the letter I, and our poor adventurer may not be long for this world. But if you want to support me more directly, you can always buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com. Hey, look, there's the link right there. Buymeacoffee.com/chain-reaction. Every dollar will go help fuel my caffeine-powered art engine. All right, so now back to the live action. I've done the mandatory support me. All right, I'm back to this guy. I like this guy. He's coming along. See how he looks overall. Let's go back out here and see how he looks overall. Let's get rid of, I know I need these templates and things, but they're annoying. All right. That looks a little better. I'm digging it. I'm glad I've added purples into the dome, his helmet. And the colors of his uniform are just kind of there. They can be whatever. I have no idea what his arms are going to be or doing. If they're going to be tentacles or robot arms or just normal arms. I've got him on a unicycle wheel here. As you can see, I'm trying to work out the mechanics on the forks and everything there. Kind of doing a little bit of rudimentary drafting. And I do mean rudimentary drafting. But having fun with it. So, yeah. Is he a Phil? Or is he something else? You guys tell me. What is he doing? What's in the background? Why is he looking like that? Like, what is he seeing? Is it something we can put in the reflection of his helmet? Which would be kind of cool. Would love to hear what your thoughts are. I'm going to flip over here to multi-stream just to see if there's anyone over here saying hello. Nope. Never quite sure where everything is. So, got to figure this thing out. Still figuring stuff out. But welcome all viewers. Thank you very much for getting this far into What the Art Tuesday. Skull. I'm going to be drinking copious amounts of coffee this morning. Despite my boyish good looks, I have not been sleeping well. All right. Well, we've got the head and the helmet kind of sorted out, sussed out. Totally a Phil. Call it Hazy Pay and have asteroids coming at him. Hazard Pay. Sorry, Hazy. Can't read. Hazard Pay. I can work with that. I have some ideas. Okay, hang on. This is totally, I don't know, maybe it will happen. Hang on. That's not a bad idea, Lori. Wait. Watch how this evolves into something completely not what you had in mind. Not that one. No. Here we are. So asteroids coming at him, huh? I see him sitting on kind of like a next generation space deck with the windows open to the star field and red alert going off and all this, and we just see one of these. We just see all these asteroids out there, and we see one of these reflected in his helmet. Just, oh my. Sorry. Like I said, that went somewhere we weren't expecting. Actually, is that the definitive version? I think this is the... Nah, that's something else. I don't do these. These are just things I do for funs and grins. But I think that would be an interesting homage. All right, so with that in my brain pan, let's take all of, what's this? Those are the layout lines. This. All right. Let's copy these frames. Let's get rid of all of that. I know. Where'd he go? Insert layer. And we're going to actually make a symbol called fill. And in this symbol, we'll lay down all those frames. And there's Phil in his glory at the moment. So we can still work on Phil. But now, he's a symbol that I can manipulate a little bit more easily. This is how these things work. All right, blink, there's Phil. And since I'm not basing him on, wow, Phil just got really big. Basing him, and I think he needs to have a mop. I think he needs to be the janitor. Okay, so that's Phil, and here's the original sketch, which is nice, but I don't think we need this reference anymore. I think we're definitely going off the rails, so we're going to get rid of that, and then this is the template for the canvas work. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that for now. Those are my layout lines. Don't really care about, well, I guess I do need to care about those. So we need to put in a background layer, like bad. So I'm not quite sure where this is going or how this is working. Oh, Faith, thank you very much for liking the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're enjoying yourself. All right, so we'll get Phil out. And let's kind of, since I'm drawing out on the fly, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. Hey, Sam, guess what? Spunkhead's playing Fallout 76. Just got the notification. I definitely want an arc in here. Not sure where this is going, but let's kind of get a feel here. Not quite sure what this room needs to look like. Oh God. Why am I not surprised? Now all I need is Lori to go, and I'm playing at work. Let's use a purple color for this, and let's figure out what all of this is going to look like. I am really going to have to work hard on this. She wishes. Oops. Let's see. It's kind of what I want to have going on. Let's go with a window shape first. Let's get a rectangle. But now we're going to chamfer it, I'm hoping. Let's see, let's go 32. Nope, that's not what I want. Rectangle options. Nope, that is what I want. What if I go? Oh, that allows me to play with them independently. That's kind of cool, but not helping my cause here. All right, let's see if we can get something a little more organic going on here. Is this the right tool? tool, rectangle primitive tool. I don't think I've worked with this one before. Oh yeah, I don't want that one. Go away. I know what you are. I don't need you at the moment. All right, let's go to 12. That is just not chamfering the way I think it should. Let's go to 64. Okay. Wow. This one's a lot more. Okay, 128. Yes, I'm doing powers of 2. Uh, 512. Let's go 512. Might be jumping. Yeah, there we go. So it gets a little more bubbly like that. I like the bubble windows. Kind of want to do. See, that gets a little too. We can work with this. Just got to figure out what's going on here. All right, so let's get rid of these lines because I think they're going to not define what we want here very well. I know we're going to want maybe not. Trying to work with a program in its primitive system. It's always entertaining. Let's try that again. Can I do it like this? There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Let's make this bigger. Squish it a little bit to get the foreshortening in. Take advantage of his helmet so that we can see the dividing line. And then let's get dangerous. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here and how I want to do it. That did not work the way I wanted it to work. There we go. Alrighty. Let's try that again. Let's take this whole background piece here. Kind of mess with it a little bit because now it'll look like he's kind of looking out the window. Oops, just one. This one. All right, I think we're getting a better idea. I just got to figure out where I want this in relation to everything. And let's get a line for hallway, floor. Oops. Yeah, that doesn't need to be curved. It just needs to remain straight. But it does need to be a little We'll figure out where to put in the red alert stuff in here. But I think we're getting a better idea of this poor guy's predicament. Alrighty. Adds a little depth to our windows. I already feel sorry for Phil suddenly. How about you guys? I feel sorry for Phil. All right. He's sacrificing for higher entertainment. I don't think he would see it that way, but yes, he is. I'm just building this piece of set here. I'm probably going to manipulate and futz with this because, you know, it was created on the fly. But I think I really kind of dig this idea. Poor Phil. I'm going to overdraw my environment now. Let's go ahead and put that away. And then there you go. That way I can play around with things. All right, poor Phil. Poor Phil. Now let's lock everything. Whoops, not what I had in mind. I said let's lock everything. Why are we not all mapped? Oh, that's because that's... All right. So this is kind of what we're working with here. See, this is what happens when I don't have enough of my caffeine fuel source inside the art engine. I start coming up with some really random stuff. Maybe good, maybe bad. We'll see. Oh my. 4 funs and grins. I am going to just slide in. Let's import the stage. Seeing the backside secret world of the artist here. Planet Bob, playing card, print, export. I don't want that. I want posters and art. No, I don't. I lied. I want wallpapers because I made it as a wallpaper. Just Stick it in there. And then let's add some color. Okay, let's lock that. Now let's add some color to the background just to see how this blocks out, because I'm curious. Well, we'll use just some general grays. I think. Maybe. Oh, let's do this layer. Wink. Why is there not a line? Didn't I put a line? I know I put a line there. We all saw me put a line there. It's right there. Okay. And let's do a darker floor. And let's just do tweaks like that. And let's... Why do I feel like that? Okay, now I know what happened. There was a line there. But for whatever reason, I drew it on the wrong layer. Background. All right. What is going on with this piece? There we go. Okay. That's where, as an R Control C, get rid of that. Come down to here. Paste in place. Stay. Now, let's take a look here. Kind of something like that. You just got a mop and a bucket. And then I can have in the reflection of his helmet just this big asteroid. How do I get myself into these predicaments? Poor Phil. Alrighty. Let's work with his proportions a little bit. Have room for mop, maybe right here. Alright, let's take this background, not this one. We'll call this space. Let's take space, get rid of it, and then we will get a nice black. You get into these predicaments by listening to your peanut gallery. Yeah. This is true. I mean, you're not wrong, but it's also not the end of the world either, clearly. All right, let's space. Hello, we're working with space. We're gonna put a nice backdrop here. Oh, still have chamfered corners. Ah! There we go. What is just blackness? There we go. More by listening to your friends, though. Yeah, getting a lot more interesting predicament listening to my friends. All right, because space does not need to be black void, even though I know it is. Let's do a gradient of some kind. Let's do a linear gradient. Or start with black. And I want to go to really nice dark but desaturated blue. That's just a little too strong. So let's put that into here. Wow, that doesn't seem to be enough to work with, but we will fix it. And this will kind of help with the video game feel of the background. I do not like that banding. That tells me there's not enough colors to work with. Stop it. Black is hard to work with in general. See if I can narrow. I don't want it to be like completely blue. All right, we'll work with that. Let's get the background in there. See what we can see. I don't know if I want it smaller or bigger. I make it smaller. Fill becomes huge. Kind of want it bigger so we can see a little more what's going on. And then, hello background. Are you okay? Mask. There we go. Let's check my layout lines. Okay. Well, isn't this a fine kettle of fish? Let's go with a really dark gray until I figure out what these halls are going to look like. What is not dark enough gray? I don't want it to be black. Just something dark. All right. I know no one's going to see these lines, but they're there. They make me happy. All right, so we have that going on. Let's actually close the bubble. Let's open up that Space Invader piece. Asteroids 2, I believe is what it was. Nope. Asteroids 1. I think it has all the bells and whistles. Alrighty. Let's start by stealing some background asteroids. And let's take this space thing and we are going to call it and make it its own brush or a symbol so I can mess with it. And if we don't like it, we can just get rid of it. So there it is there. I'm going to add a layer and paste and center all of these asteroids. For now. And can I work this? There used to be a way to work in place. Not going to be helpful. If I do this, it will be helpful. There we go. Oops. And this way, I'm not doing Atari. I'm doing a homage. This piece will probably never be for sale, so I'm not too worried about it. here. Let's... A little confusing as to exactly what's going on, but we'll work on this. I think this will be an ever-evolving piece. We'll set him off to the side. We'll make him the reflection piece. Put a few more pieces in here. Here, lock everything down. All right, that's kind of where we are right now. What do you guys think? Keep pursuing this piece or do something else? Poor Phil. It might just be funny as is. You know, I don't think I need to do the reflection, but go ahead and grab that guy there. Let's go to Phil. Let's grab his helmet. Now let's see what I can do. Have to keep it. Phil needs to be finished off. Poor Phil. All right, let's play around with this asteroid. Going to have to use this as a mask. Of course, because that bug has never been fixed. I'll figure out a way to warp it here. Let's do some different effects. Let's do that for now. I'll figure out how to warp it a little bit later. Again, poor Phil. Something similar to that. I have to play around with it a little bit. Make it a little more transparent too. This is definitely a new effect for me. See, I really want it to look like that, but you get it into the scene, it doesn't quite look that way. What is screen? It's going to lighten it up. Yeah, we don't want screen. I don't think I want a hard light on him, so let's just go with the overlay. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, it's a little better. You have to play around with it a little bit. At least now we can see Phil a little bit more. And I think I need to put the static in the background, just like in the wallpaper I've got here, where I've got the static back here. I might just steal this background too. Just steal everything. What is this background? Let's see. Let's go back over to here. Let's grab space. And let's get rid of that. Paste in center. There. Put that there. Put that there. Yeah, it's a little better. Then let's go and let's just steal the overlay. Got a bunch of blurs in here. Static's what I want. Let's create a new layer. Paste in center. Let's a little bit. Let's lock this all down. Boy, it's not very apparent what's going on. Watch is really dark. It is space, but that's really dark. Play around with this. Oh, let's bring that up just a hint. So at least we can see a little more what's going on. Oops. Let's bring the horizon line. And let's live with that for a second. I will tell you, on more than one occasion, sitting here doing this art with you guys sometimes makes this art go in directions I never thought it was going to go. So, thank you. I mean, the wheel and everything was something I was like, It came to me because I didn't like the way the feet were drawn. I wanted to do something different. So, wheel, all right? And then you suggest one thing, and it rattles in my head, and I come up with this gag, and I'm kind of happy with it. What do you guys think? Let's get my layout lines in there just so I can see where everything is. Chlorophyll. Alright, I think this wall needs a little love. I think this is not quite where it needs. Actually, I think it's this one. It's not where it needs to be. So let's remove this and this. Let's grab this. Make it more in line. this. What is that, leftover line? Got a little leftover something right there. Alrighty. And then whatever color, because it's that color right there. Alrighty. Yeah, that works. Grab this one. The reason I'm going to grab this one, so I kind of want to do a window effect, and we'll see a little bit of it right here if I did it over there, but I think this is my best chance to get the effect that I want. So we're going to do like this double pane look here. Do the same here, but it won't be as effective because most of this is not seen. It might get seen at another date. It's like that goes there. That goes there. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that a little bit differently on this one. I'm going to do it using this line. Oh wait, that line's gone. Ooh. It disappeared. It did. All right, well, we'll figure that out. For now, let's grab this. Let's go darker. Put that in. Oh, that did not work the way intended because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, did it again. Okay, where did I miss? Ah. Okay, I know what I need to do. This line's good. I just need to drag this line up and out. Hopefully I don't have to do too much. And then that, and then this one is fine where it is. It just needs to be fixed. Actually, it's not fine where it is. Will be when I'm done with it though. Oh, gotta make me work for it. There we go. And get rid of that. Now can I fill it? Thank you. All right, just adds a little bit of detail, not a lot. We'll continue this process. Oh my, 1 hour in and this is what we're with. We haven't even finished the character. But now we know what the character's doing. We know why he has the expression he has. I'm gonna lighten that asteroid up just a little bit in this helmet. Further. I could get rid of the back window, and that's where the red alert could be. And then I can slide the window over as we can see more space. That's why I like overdrawing. So I could get rid of this. Why is there a line there? Stop it. Go away. And then I can take this whole piece Let's take space. Let's hide the space part. Let's move some of these. Whoops. You see that? My computer likes to fight with me. Tempted to steal this, but we'll leave it alone for now. It's a fun gag. Actually, I do want this. No, we have to hide that first. Yeah, I should be able to grab this guy. Nope, not that one. Ooh. Where's that guy? I want that guy. Should be the same as that guy. Copy. And excuse me. All right, let's not worry about that guy right now. Let's worry about. Does this make more sense? Have it like this. Without the double windows, just the single window. Do we like that, or did we like the double windows better? What do you guys think? Double windows. Okay.
So sad. Wah.
All right. Water it is. Either works. Double windows is what Faith thinks. Well, we can go back to the doubles. That's easy enough. Watch this. As I go back to the live action first. And we will go ahead and undo all of those changes, hopefully. I didn't make a lot of changes, hopefully. Not insurmountable number. Oops. I wanted that color. Actually, we want to go Control Y. Hang on. Aha, there's a way out of this. Do over. There we go. And Faith thinks that it looks better with the doubles. So that's it with the doubles. Let's just make sure everything's locked. Yep, everything's locked. And let me hide these layouts. What do you think? Better with the doubles? I kind of agree. I might play around with the window placement a little bit, but I kind of have to agree here. I think the shape of the second window is what's throwing me off. So I may recraft that window, but yeah, I kind of like it. Oh, backgrounds are always fun. let's always like kick plates. I just like kick plate. Baseboard. I always think it ties the floor together better. And of course I know this one is going to be persnickety because of the distance. Perspective. Could be like that, huh? Did I put you in the right spot? Yeah, I did. Let's get this gray. Why? Okay, I said I would like this gray. Okay. I love it when my stuff fights with me. Thank you. All right. Sorry, it's just I like baseboards. I think they tie everything together. All right. I am not liking the back window shape. I am liking the concept of the back window, though. All these angles are not grooving here. From this angle to that angle is not grooving for me. So yes, we're keeping this window, not this window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the fill. Actually, hang on, let's do it this way. Is there an edge to this? No. So I'm going to get rid of this line, this, and this. I like this one. I'm going to steal this one. I'm going to do things with it. I'm also going to make it red just so it's easier to see what the heck I'm doing. Here we go. So first thing's we're going to narrow this window. That takes care, that gets rid of some of the features I really like about this window. So I have to come up with a different way. Well, I guess. So let's just scale the window at first so that I have the angle I want. It will elongate this window. Nope, that is destroying the thing I like about it. Also have to change the angle of this window slightly. That might help. All right. I'm gonna get aggressive here because we gotta swoop. Honestly, I think the main window is at the wrong angle, but we're gonna make it work. All right. It's not what I asked. Please stop. All right, dink, dink, and dink. Really? You're gonna mess with me on this one. Thank you. It's the wrong color. Computer wins again. There we go. And then let's get this dark gray. make sure. So we do still have the double windows. But now I think they read a little bit better. And I do think that this background needs to be a different color. We were just using gray right now just because. I think now we need to come up with something different. Let's see what this dark color that I had in here looks like. It's not horrible, and we don't see the ceiling anyway. And it also shows off a little bit better what's in the background. All right. Then we can make that kickboard a little darker. Because I'm fussy like that. There we go. All righty. So here's what we got started. Okay, Phil is in for a situation. So let's go back to Phil. We gotta finish Phil up anyway. I think I have his name tag right here. I'm gonna turn this into a brush. Name tag. And we're actually going to adjust it so that it's even, and then we'll fix it. And we will put in a layer. So that's that one. This one will be text. This text will be a color. And because I am a font whore, we will spell out Phil. One L or two L's. Should this be a 2L, Phil? Not going to matter in a second. Okay, so that's future around. We're going to go until we get gobbledygook. So we'll give him another L, Phil. And then we will make this. And for some reason it's decided it doesn't want to be this color. Even though I chose this color. Thank you. It's a small detail, but it makes me happy. We'll get some logos on him in a little bit. Have some ideas. And we're going to go back out to Phil and then adjust the name tag appropriately. It's a small detail. No one's going to care. Only we will know his name is Phil. I might just label this Phil. It'd be funny if I could fill a gallery with huge 20 by 30 canvases of silly stuff like this. That would be interesting. I wonder what they would go for if people would buy them at all. Because Phil, let's face it, is fun to look at and fun to watch to be drawn, but do you really want Phil on your wall? I mean, we can make it happen if anybody really wants him, but poor Phil. Alrighty. I guess it's nothing to it but to do it. Work on the wheel, figure out what his mop looks like, give him a bucket, I kind of want to sneak the Atari logo in there. All right, so I think just to test how it's going to look, because now I'm starting to get a bunch of textures in here. I've got the static, which I can remove. I want to do kind of a hex force field style window covering both of these. And I'm worried about it getting a little too busy. Close that. Don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and save fill, better known as Alien 1. Hand on hip, hand holding mop, two hands on mop. What do you guys think? Hello, viewer. Thank you for joining. I originally had them drawn with a hand on hip, but let's face it, what's going on out here is a little more stunning. What the heck? I still got to figure out his wheel. Okay, I'm going to distract myself with the background a little bit. I'm going to grab two hands on mop. Yeah. Going to grab all of this, and we're going to turn it into a sheet of glass, or at least try to. Just see. I think I've reached the point where the background needs to be a brush or a symbol on its own. So why do I do this? Again, so I can manipulate it and give it all the layers that it needs. So we're going to do that selection thing again, because it's not going to count, because it'll be the wrong scale or something. It'll just be off because this computer hates me. Got everything. Control C. I'm going to lock this down. Insert a layer. And then I'm going to paste in place, but we're going to use red so I know that that's the glass layer. And then we're going to go back and do the same for this one. Again, this one's not going to be as seen, but it will be seen somewhat. We kind of want to have everything looking appropriate. All right. So, ink, lock, paste in place, make this red. All right. Now we got something we can work with here. I just don't know what I'm going to do. So a couple of ways to approach what I want to do. And both are valid. I'm not quite sure what I want to do just yet. So let's create kind of a, actually I could steal it from the helmet. Let's go back to fill. Oops, that is not back to fill. That is back to the wall. Okay, fill. Let's find a helmet. Let's open up the helmet and let's get all the way down here. Let's hide everything. So all I want is this color, I think. Did I do it right? Oh no, it's locked. It's not going to give it to me. Okay, that's better. Okay, all I want is this color. And we're going to go all the way back out to the scene. And now we're going to fill with that color. But we're going to move the hot spot around a little bit. See how this is going to play out for me here. Okay, that's a good start. Let's do the same for here. This one I don't have to be as extreme with. I do kind of want to do this with it. There we go. And that's a good spot. Okay, so now we have a couple of good pieces to work with. We're going to go ahead and turn this back into that dark charcoal gray. Doesn't matter. It's a good color. All right. Now the glass will get turned into a symbol. And I'm going to borrow. We're going to open. I should have gears, invaders, sargassum. Okay, not what I want in here. So I'm going to go to Dungeon Notes. Collections are available, 1 and 2. I am me if you want a copy. And I'm going to go to the comics. I'm going to go to comics covers. I want the inner cover because it has what I'm after, which is this hex pattern. Oh wait, I don't want to redraw it again. And then we're going to open up the glass, insert a layer, and we're going to paste and center. Play with this a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different for each piece of glass. And I think we want it to be a lighter color. Okay. And then I'm going to use this piece of glass right here. Use this piece, Control C. We're just testing the waters, so that's why we're not doing it to both. Insert a layer, paste in place. Turn into this horrible color right here, call it a mask. This could be any color I want it to be. The mask does not have to be that pink. I use it just to remind myself that is my mask. In case I go, whoa, what's that? Oh, it's a mask. Okay, got it. In case I forget to name it. All right. I'm going to call this, so I can give it some effects, Hex 1, because we're going to have 2 of them. First thing I want to do is alpha it a little bit, so it's a little more subtle. Just want a hint of it. Let's go back to our scene. What do you guys think about that? I need to adjust it a little bit, but I'm not getting the feel that the glass is in the whole piece. Why is that? Because it's not. That has everything to do with the, because it's not. It has everything to do with the fact that I took my mask from this piece of glass right here and not from the window frame itself. That's on me. Boo-booed. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to come back down to the scene, and I'm going to grab, hopefully, this line again. Oh, come on, work with me. No. Let's lock that for now. I goofed. That's okay. We can fix this. It's like, why is this not working the way I was thinking it was going to look? Okay. Make sure I got that piece there. I can't tell because the glass is in the way. There we go. So I do have everything. So Control C. Let's go back to the glass itself. And I don't know why I got rid of this. But somehow I deleted that. Okay. Lots of things to fix. Paste in center. Should be right there. Just making sure everything's lining up as well as I can. It's probably not going to be 100% on, spot on, but it's going to be really close. All right, now that, for whatever reason, this bug has decided to come back, it can be filled with this color. Is there a hole? More likely a hole. I really don't care if there's a hole. Okay, what is going on? There we go. Just being persnickety. Okay, mask. Let's bring this back to this layer here. Oops. What's up here? It's just the size. And let's move this around. All right, that's our glass. That's better. Now I can adjust this to be alpha'd. Make it a little more subtle. Let's come back out here. See how it looks in our scene. All right, that's a little better. That's more what I had in mind. So now we have that hex pattern kind of showing the glass. And again, more tweaks are needed, and I'll do the same for the piece in the back too. But that's kind of where we're heading right now. What do you guys think about that? Now that it's actually working. Again, poor Phil. Yeah, I'm kind of digging where this is going. I think this is funny. I hope everyone else does too. I think this is stinking hysterical. Yeah. What do you guys think? Loving it? Looks good? Again, poor Phil. Should Phil have tentacles or hands? I mean, he kind of has an aquatic feel about him. Doesn't have to be, but kind of does. I'm going to lighten up his eyebrows so we can see him against that darker color. Walrus fins. Talking to a bunch of clams. Tentacles, says Sam. Walrus fins, says Lori. Faith, what are your thoughts? Tentacles or hands or walrus fins? We can talk of many things, of cabbages and kings. Now we know how this poem ends. Asteroids. While you guys are thinking, last week we were working on Freddy, and I made minor tweaks to him since you guys probably saw him last, but Faith says hands. So we have fins, tentacles, and hands. Oh my. Fins and tentacles and hands. Oh my. Fins and tentacles and hands. Oh my. Sounds like a button. So here's how Freddy came out. I added shadows and reflections to his disc. A little bit of lightning coming off of his, I don't know if you guys can see it as well. A little bit of lightning coming off of his mic. And you must hear Princes of the Universe when you look at this piece. Here we are, born to be kings. I don't think I can hit that note today. Alright, so that's how Freddy came out. We're going to add poor Phil to that world. This is the same universe. So, alright, debate is up. I might have to roll some dice to determine what Phil is holding the mop with. But we agree, a mop and a bucket, perhaps? Is that what we think he should be holding? Or is he something else? Is he not the janitor? Is he something? I like the idea of him being a lower decks kind of guy, going, oh crap, look what they got us into again. But we will play with that. While you guys reminisce on that, I'm going to open up my background and grab, oops, don't want the glass, I want the walls, yes. I want to grab this line. Like I said, I over-engineer my pieces so much. It's amazing I get anything finished at all. Let's hide the glass so I can see what I'm doing. Grab that last piece there, Control C, show the glass, and go to the mask. Oops, go and show the mask, go to the mask, paste in center. This one should be a little easier. Open. Maybe. Did I adjust this differently? Oh, no I didn't. I'm just putting it in the wrong place. Yeah. Oop. There's that. There we go. Let's do red. Fabulous. goes. And why? The computer's acting funny. And not funny, haha. Okay. Still. Okay. Did it fill? Having a hard time determining that at the moment. Mask, don't want this. Don't want that. We just want this. Okay, so it did fill. Haha! It's just being weird. Fine. Lock that down. We have this glass and this glass. Then we're going to take this. We're going to take this, but we're going to manipulate it differently. And scale it down a lot. And then it should have the same alpha value. Apply it to it there. Go all the way up to the scene. Lock everything down. All right. Might have to do some adjustments on that, since we're not really seeing it. Because that is a little... Yeah, it feels better.
Wink. Wink.
There we go. Alrighty. Fins, tentacles, or hands? Well, there's only one way to figure this out. I'll be right back. As I walk across the room here. Alrighty. I need a dice tray. The dice tray. Alright, dice tray has been acquired. Attacked by Snoopy. I need a six-sided die. We have a six-sided die. So, let's go to here. Alright, dice tray. Not that I need it, but might make the visuals a little better. All right. Dice tray. Die. Okay. So 1, 2 fins. 3, 4 tentacles. 5, 6 hands. Okay, and we can do the best 2 out of 3 to be fair, not make it on one roll. All right, so I'm gonna have to do it down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our first roll is a 5, so that is 1 for hands. Oh, a 6, just to see what the third one was. Is a 3. So 5, 6. Hands have it. The dice have spoken. Although walrus fins and tentacles would have been cool too. But this, I'm a gamer. This is the way we do things like that. Ooh, that's a bouncy die. Ooh, bounces a lot. All right, back to live action. The dice have spoken. So we're gonna do a mop in hands. So, still, it's going to be holding a mop. I'm going to be standing on a unicycle wheel So let's go all the way to the top here. Insert a layer. I'm going to call it mop. We are going to choose a green to work with. And we are going to put the mop, let's see, 2 hands or 1 hand on hip, 2 hands. Let's go with 2 hands on the mop. So let's put the mop there, perhaps. Give it a circle to give it a little bit of volume, just so we can have an idea. So we'll put our mop there. All right. So that's kind of where the mop's going to be. I think it's the right angle. Let's go back out to the actual picture. And we can set the bucket behind him just slightly out of frame. Trying to live with it. I like to live with pieces. Okay. Okay. So if that, hang on, that's the mop. Kind of need it more on the floor in front of him. Thinking about the perspective of this wheel, which now I've got the floor in here, doesn't really match. That could be as simple as tweaking the tire a bit, or not. I think I overdrew my tire. Trying to get it at the right angle. I might have to redraw that now that I've got a line here in the background. Need to make sure that's the right angle, but I still haven't quite. He may be hovering on a little hover thing. He may not be on a wheel. I don't know. I haven't quite wrapped my head around what he's doing. So we'll lock the tire back down. We'll go all the way up here. We have a near arm. Let's drag that near arm all the way up to the top. Wrong near arm. Got it. Actually, no, that works. Let's unlock all this. I forgot what I did. Let's open this up. Which I don't really need this right now. That was just there so that I could have something to work with. So let's see. What is this? This is empty. Why is this empty? Right, apparently it's not something I need. Near arm. We're going to do something on top of you just in case I don't like what I do. We know, let's use blue. Okay, we need a, let's see. Okay, so that one's on top. Let's make this his dominant arm. And let's put a hand here, which means another hand should be there. Let's make this one bigger. My snap is really messing with me today. There we go. Alrighty, let's get this into place. There. There. And let's use a red line so that I know from the hand to the shoulder. Why are we doing this stupid thing? This is all I want. Just these angles. Wow, just let's not do anything I'm asking you to do today. There we go. All right. And then this one. Circle here. So I keep track of it. And this one be foreshortened a little bit. So we're going to come from here to here. Oh, see, that's my computer messing with me. It's like, you didn't want snap-on. Yeah, I did want snap-on. You're right. But we still got to do this thing. All right. See, delete. Your arm. Let's go over the top here. That's the hand. Paste in place. This way I can mess with. Can I now play with you? Nope, you're gonna just be like that. Okay. Roughly about there. All right, now you can play with me. All right. All right, so that is vaguely where his arm placement will be in regards to the broom. Yes, this is like watching paint dry. I'm sorry. But it has been fun because you guys have been engaged and you're helping me figure a doodle. This is literally a doodle. I went, hey, this is kind of interesting. Let's play with it. And we've gotten to this point because of everyone's interactions. And I'll mess around with this some more, but poor Phil, I think that's the name of the piece, is Poor Phil, is moving along here. Got a little water stain. And I think we're in a good place. We are at the top of 2 hours. Actually, we've passed the 2 hour mark. We are 5 minutes over. Because I was having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Let's come out here to the big camera. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you've made it this far watching the video after it's aired, please leave a comment. Tell me what you think about old Phil here. What it needs, what it doesn't need. Do you like the gag? I like the gag. We will be working, or I will be working, on old Poor Phil here during the week, and we'll see where he ends up. We may end up still working on him next week, we'll see. But for now, this is a good stopping place. Thursday, I'll be working on finishing up the letter I, and with that, we can move almost immediately to J in the ABCs of Adventure. And that's starting to come along and getting to be really fun. And I now know where the rest of the illustrations, for the most part, to a certain point, are going to get to. So that's going to be fun. So if you want to see me illustrate a book and see a little more about what I do, please join me at Thursday, 10 o'clock Arizona time. I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you all very much. You have no idea what it means to me to have you guys here watching and helping me out with this piece of art. And if you are watching this after the fact, going, oh, I had so many ideas, join us next time, and we'll see if we can't get some of those ideas in here. In the meantime, I want you guys to know that you are loved. I love you very much. Others around you love you very much. And you are loved. And you are deserving of that love. Don't think that you're not. This world is hard enough as it is. Let's not beat each other up or ourselves up. And let's have an amazing day. If you see somebody who needs a hug, give it to them, even if you don't think they want it. If they need a hug, give them a hug. No one's going to reject a hug. I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. And again, if you want to support me directly, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.